Good morning student. Today we will start the new chapter, that is polynomial. So before start this chapter, it is necessary to understand the basic concept related to polynomial. Polynomial is the combination of variable and constant. In your previous class you have already studied about the what is variable and what is the constant. Okay, variable means that the value which is changed at place to place in a given equation, and the constant means that is always fixed in a particular place or in every place. So let's we understand the it is a combination of variable and constant. So we can take one example. 2x plus 1 equal to 0. X is a variable, 1 is a constant, and 2 is here coefficient. So again it is important what is the numerical value of variable with their sign. Okay, we can see here the numerical value of variable. Here variable is x and their value always change at place to place, means that x equal to maybe 0, maybe plus, maybe negative. It means that it is always integers or whole number, but 1 is always 1. We can not change the value of 1 equal to 2, 2 equal to 3, so it is a constant. Okay, so polynomial is the combination of variable and constant. It is related to your chapter 2nd. So after that types of polynomial. There are different types of polynomial. Okay, so in our first class we will try to complete our basic things related to this chapter. After that we will start one by one all the things related to chapter 2nd. So types of polynomial, first one is linear polynomial, second one is quadratic polynomial, third one is cubic polynomial. What is linear equation? An equation in which the value of power x is equal to 1, so that is a linear equation. Okay, for example x plus 1. Okay, we can observe here the power of 1, the power of x, the power of variable is here 1. Okay, we can observe here the power of x is equal to 1, so it is a linear equation. But in our second types, if the power of variable is equal to the 2, okay, so it is a quadratic equation. We can take here example x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, we can again see here the power of a variable is 2, highest power of a variable is 2, so it is a quadratic equation. Third one is cubic equation, x power 3 minus 2. Okay, again similarly here the power of a variable x is equal to 3, so it is a cubic equation. Then our next topic is degree. What is the meaning of degree? Okay, in your syllabus only class 10th related to quadratic equation. So we can our next topic or next time we can understand the properties and different topics related to quadratic equation. So always remember the form of quadratic equation is x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, then what is the degree of polynomial? Degree of polynomial, the highest power of a variable is the degree of a polynomial. The highest power of variable is the degree of the polynomial. For example, 1 x power 3 plus x square plus x minus 1, x power 2 minus 3x minus 4. Okay, we can observe here the highest power of variable in example 1 is 3. So their degree is 3. Their degree is equal to 3. And in second example, the highest power of variable is 2. So their degree is equal to 2. So always remember what is degree. In a given equation, the highest power of a variable is always highest. Means that is the maximum power of variable is a degree of given polynomial. Okay. It is very important for our this chapter polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial means that the value which satisfy the given equation. Okay, for examples, okay, we can take any examples and we can put the value of variable in a given equation. If our equation becomes 0 or that will be converted into 0, so it is the zeros of the polynomial. Means that the value which satisfy the given equation are produced to or tends to 0. So you can see here x square plus 7x plus 12 is a polynomial. Why? Because it is a combination of variable and constant. So it is a polynomial. Then what is the meaning of zeros of the polynomial? Suppose that we can put the value of x equal to 0. X equal to 0. If our given equation becomes tends to 0, so that is the zeros of the polynomial. So we can verify here x equal to 0 square plus 7 0 plus 12. 0 square equal to 0 plus 0 plus 12. Okay, we can see here our given equation not becomes 0. Okay, it is, so it is not a zeros of the polynomial. Means that जो हमारा given equation है वो 0 में convert नहीं हुआ. So 0 is not a zeros of the given equation. To minus 3, we can put x equal to minus 3. Then we can check here minus 3 square plus 7 minus 3 plus 12, 9, 21 plus 12, 12 plus 9, 21 and 21. So 21 minus 21 equal to 0. So minus 3 is the zeros of the polynomial. Means that minus 3 satisfy the given equation. So always remember in zeros of a polynomial, a given equation is convert into 0. So that is a zeros of the given polynomial. Similarly in our graph, okay, in our graph, what is the meaning of polynomial? What is the meaning of zeros? In our graph, zeros means that it is a particular point where the direction of the graph will start to change. Okay, will start to change their direction or touch to x-axis or y-axis. But always remember it is regarding to a given axis. Suppose that polynomial in x-axis, we can draw a graph related to cubic equation or quadratic equation. Suppose that, okay, it is x-axis and y-axis. So what is the and how many numbers of zeros of a given equation? We can clearly see here first point, second point, third point and fourth point. A, B, C and D is the zeros of the given polynomial. Why? Because at point A, at point B and at point C and D, their direction will be start to change. Okay, from negative to positive direction, from B positive to negative direction, from C negative to positive direction, from D positive to negative direction. So always remember in a graph, zeros means that it is a point where the direction of graph will start to change their direction. So it is their zeros. So we can say that here how many numbers of zeros? 4. 1 2 3 and 4, that is the zeros of the given the standard form of quadratic equation. Okay, standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, always remember your all the polynomial, your all the quadratic equation is always in ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, means that x is a variable, a, b and c is a constant, c is a constant, a and b is a coefficient. So we can take example 4x square plus 7x plus 3. Okay, so it is a example of quadratic equation, but what is the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then sum of the zeros इक्वल टू माइनस बी अपॉन ए. ओके, मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करूँगा क्या है बी और ए, अभी देखते हैं. फिर सेकेंड वन, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द जीरो, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द जीरोस इक्वल टू सी अपॉन ए. ओके, इट इज़ योर फार्मूला टू फाइंड आउट द सम ऑफ द zeros and product of the zeros. Okay, we can compare what is b and what is a from our standard equation a x square plus bx plus c. Okay, b is a coefficient of x, a is a coefficient of x square, c is a constant value. So we can write here b is a coefficient of x, a is a coefficient of x square. So by the help of this formula we can calculate the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. So we can break 7x into two terms, x square plus 7x is 3x plus 4x plus 12 equal to 0. I think everyone know middle terms split method, but it is necessary to explain here. The coefficient of x square is equal to 1. Okay, so 1 into 12. Okay, it is a constant value equal to 12 and 7, that is the coefficient of x. In middle terms split method, your target is that to find such a two number, their product is equal to 12 and their sum is equal to 3. So we can check here 3 and 4, their sum is equal to 7 and their product is equal to 12. So it is satisfy the given equation. So after that we can take common from a pair value. So it is here x is common, again here x is remaining value. सो x प्लस 3, इसमें क्या कॉमन हो जाएगा, 4 कॉमन है, तो x प्लस 4 3 जा. सो x यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं कि x प्लस 3 और x प्लस 3 क्या है, कॉमन है, 2 बार है, तो इसको हम लिख लेते हैं एक बार, और ये x प्लस क्या हो जाएगा 4 इक्वल टू ये हो गया 0. ठीक है, देन x प्लस 3 इक्वल टू 0. देन वी कैन गेट x इक्वल टू -3, और ट्रांसफ़र करेंगे तो -3 हो जाएगा यहाँ से, और ये क्या हो जाएगा, ये -4 हो जाएगा. सो हमको यहाँ से कितना जीरोस मिला, 2 जीरोस मिला. क्या क्या मिला, -3 और -4. ये हम लोगों का जीरोस फाइंड आउट करने का कौन सी मेथड है, ये मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिट मेथड है. ठीक है, इस इक्वेशन का हमको 2 जीरोस क्या क्या मिल गया, अल्फ़ा इक्वल टू -3 और बीटा इक्वल टू -4. ठीक है, अल्फ़ा और बीटा क्या होता है कि जो जीरोस रहता है उसको हम अल्फ़ा बीटा से ही डिनोट करते हैं. देन अवर टारगेट क्या है कि हमको कैलकुलेट करना है कि सम ऑफ जीरोस और प्रोडक्ट ऑफ जीरोस. तो हम कैसे करेंगे उसको भी देख लेते हैं. सम ऑफ जीरोस, ठीक है, इसको ध्यान रखिएगा, सम ऑफ जीरोस इक्वल टू अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा इक्वल टू माइनस बी अपॉन ए होता है। ठीक है, क्या होता है? माइनस बी अपॉन ए। यहाँ से हम यदि कंपेयर करते हैं अल्फ़ा इक्वल टू -3 और बीटा इक्वल टू -4, तो -3 -4 इक्वल टू -7। ओके, यहाँ पर हम 1 लिख सकते हैं, तो ये क्या हुआ? 1 हुआ, -7/1। अब यही चीज़ को हमको डायरेक्ट इस फार्मूला से भी मिल जाएगा, माइनस बी अपॉन ए। तो माइनस बी का वैल्यू क्या है जब हम कंपेयर करेंगे अवर स्टैंडर्ड फार्मूला से? अवर स्टैंडर्ड फार्मूला क्या होता है? ax² bx + c = 0 होता है। इन दोनों को जब हम कंपेयर करते हैं तो क्या मिल जाएगा हमको? a = 1, b = 7 और c = कितना हो जाएगा? 12 हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? माइनस बी अपॉन ए। ठीक है, तो यहाँ से क्या हो गया है? माइनस बी अपॉन ए करेंगे तो माइनस बी फार्मूला से हुआ, b का वैल्यू 7 है, a का वैल्यू कितना है? तो -7/1 हमको यहाँ से भी आप निकाल सकते हो और ये फार्मूला से। प्रोडक्ट ऑफ जीरोस, ओके, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ जीरोस मीन्स अल्फ़ा इंटू बीटा। इसका फार्मूला क्या बताया था मैं आपको? c अपॉन ए। यहाँ से भी आप निकाल सकते हो अल्फ़ा इक्वल टू -3, बीटा इक्वल टू -4। ओके, 4 3 = 12, 4 3 = 12। या फिर हम डायरेक्टली इससे कंपेयर करेंगे तो a इक्वल टू क्या मिला है हमको? 1, b = 7 एंड c = 12। ये कहाँ से मिला हमको? जब हम इसके अभी प्रीवियस टॉपिक बताया था है ना कि हम जब स्टैंडर्ड पॉलिनोमियल से कंपेयर किए थे, तो c = 12 और a = 1। So we can find out the same value by multiplication or by our formula. So always remember -b upon a is the sum of the zeros and c upon a is the multiplication of the zeros.